Heather Moyse may be a devastating finisher on the rugby pitch, but earlier this year she became one of the biggest names in Canadian sport when she won gold in the bobsleigh at the Winter Olympics. After taking 3 years out of rugby to achieve that goal, she's now returned to her first sporting love, with the aim of winning another gold at the Women's Rugby World Cup.
Right now we have a 4th place ranking for the last World Cup. I think that you can't go into a tournament not at least believing that you have what it takes to win. I think that the girls have trained so hard. I mean, they've been training for this, I'm going to say longer, well, in a different capacity, but a lot longer as a unit than I have. And when I stepped into the team this summer, I noticed a big difference. And the girls want to break that, at least the podium. They want to break into that top 3. And on any given day, I think it's, you know, that's the same thing that happens at the Olympics. People could be ranked #1 all year, and then if they get distracted by what's going on around them at the time of the Olympics, then they falter. Then that's when they fall off the podium. I think our girls have what it takes, and it's just a matter of putting it together and seeing what the other teams come out with. So I think it'll be a great tournament.
Her experience gained as an Olympian is seen as invaluable to her rugby colleagues, despite her time away from the game.
We said to her that the door's always open like any other player. Once the bobsleigh finished, she came in. We knew she'd been training hard and, you know, came to the camp and, you know, showed she's a performer. So in terms of the NWL, which was our sort of internal competition, we said she had to perform there, and she did. And then, obviously, the rest is history. She's in the squad now. Heather is one of those players that brings something to the squad in terms of experience from the last World Cup, top try scorer. Obviously, that mentality and that toughness from winning an Olympic gold medal is all important to that squad. It brings everybody else up together to focus, and, you know, she's a real asset to where that's going. So for us, Heather's going to be someone that everybody's going to be looking out for, but she's an integral part of that squad.
And while she's fully focused on rugby right now, the memories of receiving her Olympic gold medal will never fade.
It was more emotional than anything, especially, it wasn't just the weight of the medal around my neck, it was looking out, like the sea of people that was out there chanting "Oh Canada" and all in red and white, and that was like thousands of people, not to mention everybody at home. This was just there at the medal ceremonies, and it was really emotional because those are my people. Like, this is who I am. I'm Canadian. I'm so proud to be Canadian, and proud that this is what Canada is. And it's, I don't know, but now I'm not a bobsledder. Like, right now at this moment, I'm not a bobsledder. I am a rugby player, and this is what I'm, you know, hopefully I can represent Canada again. Hopefully I can get on the field to represent Canada again. And if that happens, then hopefully I can, you know, finish what the other girls start and maybe make a difference on the field again.
After finishing top try and point scorer in the last World Cup 4 years ago, when Canada lost out in the semi-finals, there's pressure on Moyse to perform to the same levels again. But her selection for the national team hasn't been without controversy.
I feel like I'm still transitioning. I'm glad I'm at the point where I was able to at least make the team with the girls. I'm not going to say that I'm necessarily satisfied with where I am, especially I think that my expectations are probably, of myself, are probably higher than most people's of me, which I know are high, based on the last World Cup. I'm trying to keep things in perspective so that I don't drive myself too crazy. But that's about it. It's been a really difficult summer for me. I know that there are some people out there who question whether I should be here or not. Those aren't any different, like, that's not a different thought than what's been going on in my head anyway this summer. I just have to trust that the coaches have made decisions for certain reasons, and they see something in me that might be able to help the girls, whether it's motivation from the sidelines, maybe it's pushing them in training, or maybe it's stepping on the field and, you know, doing some more scoring and hopefully racking up some points for the team.